It is the honor of a lifetime to be the first to welcome you to the Steve Jobs Theater.
Introducing Apple Watch Series 3. It has cellular built in. You can receive an important call with just your watch, and the number is the same number as your iPhone. The apps you rely on, like messages, just work, and Siri's at your beck and call anytime, anywhere. You can use maps and get directions, and third-party apps like WeChat work over cellular as well. Cellular is going to change the way we listen to music. You can stream 40 million songs on your wrist. Inside is a new dual-core processor delivering up to 70% more performance. For the first time on Apple Watch, Siri can talk.
It's 64 degrees right now in South Lake Tahoe.
For Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity, we developed a custom wireless chip we call W2. It delivers up to 85% faster Wi-Fi while being 50% more power efficient for both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And we've added a barometric altimeter. So now you get flights of stairs climbed and elevation gains after a workout. We're also releasing an app for developers that's going to be great for skiing and snowboarding apps. The display itself is the multi-frequency antenna for both LTE and UMTS. We integrated an electronic SIM, and it's a fraction of the size. The case for Series 3 is the same size as Series 2. That's Apple Watch Series 3. There's one with cellular at $399 and a version without cellular at just $329. And we're going to keep Series 1 in the line at a new starting price of $249. Series 3 cellular will be available in these 9 countries with these 14 carriers at launch. Orders will begin September 15th and availability will be September 22nd.
I am so excited to introduce Apple TV 4K.
4K has 4 times the number of pixels as HD. There's an even bigger advancement that's more important, and it's called high dynamic range, and here it is in HDR. Now, we remastered our screensavers. Our customers love these to take full advantage of 4K HDR. Now, we've redone the whole Apple TV UI in 4K. We've got the powerful A10X Fusion chip. This is the same chip that's in our iPad Pro. CPU performance is more than twice as fast as the current Apple TV, and graphics are more than 4 times faster. And we've been working with the large Hollywood studios to bring all of their 4K and HDR movie titles to iTunes. All available for the same price as HD. If you've bought one of those movies in HD from iTunes, we're going to automatically upgrade them to 4K HDR at no additional charge. We've been working with leading streaming providers like Netflix to bring their 4K HDR titles, and later this year, Amazon Prime Video with all of their 4K HDR titles and originals as well, because we're bringing live sports. If your favorite team is playing on ESPN, it'll automatically appear right first in the Up Next list. You'll even get notifications when a game's about to start or if there's a close game so you can start watching instantly.
iPhone. iPhone 8. This is a huge step forward for iPhone.
The design is all new. It has glass in both the front and the back. The aluminum band beautifully matches the finish of each iPhone 8. It comes in silver, space gray, and a beautiful new gold finish. It's made from an aerospace grade 7000 series custom aluminum alloy. The glass has a 7-layer color process, and the glass is further reinforced by an internal laser welded steel and copper structure, the most durable ever in a smartphone. It's also microscopically sealed for water and dust resistance. And they have a new Retina HD display in each model. There's a 4.7-inch Retina display in iPhone 8 and a 5.5-inch in iPhone 8 Plus. For the first time in an iPhone display, it has our True Tone technology. Along with the displays, iPhone 8 and 8 Plus have new stereo speakers as well. They're 25% louder than the speakers in iPhone 7, and they have a deeper bass. Inside iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, A11 Bionic. It's a 64-bit design, 4.3 billion transistors, 6 core, 2 high-performance cores. They're 25% faster than the high-performance cores in the previous industry-leading A10 chip. There's 4 high-efficiency cores. They're up to 70% faster than the ones in the A10 chip. They're managed by our 2nd-generation performance controller that now can use all 6 cores at once. It can deliver up to 70% improvement in multi-threaded workloads. And they have our first ever Apple design graphics processing unit, or GPU. This is a 3-core design. It's 30% faster than the graphics in the previous 8. The A11 Bionic includes a new generation image signal processor, or ISP. To help reduce noise, it has hardware-enabled multi-band noise reduction. It is an all-new 12-megapixel sensor, larger and faster. It's more power efficient at the same time. It has deeper pixels and a new color filter. iPhone 8 Plus has 2 new sensors in its dual camera. The wide-angle camera has an f1.8 aperture and optical image stabilization. The telephoto camera has f2.8 aperture. Using the new dual cameras and the A11 Bionic chip and the iPhone 8 Plus, the team has come up with a new feature called portrait lighting. This is real-time analysis of the light on your subject's face. Along with the ISP, we have an Apple-designed video encoder. It does real-time image and motion analysis. So let's say you're shooting 4K 60-frame video, it can look like this. It's beautifully optimized. Now you can shoot at 1080p HD, 240 frames a second. There's a third category, and that's augmented reality. We custom tune each iPhone for augmented reality. You can use ARKit with this app to actually superimpose the map on top of the sky as you're looking at it around you. So this isn't some generic sky. This is the sky around you. And now with iPhone 8, with its glass back, we're enabling the freedom of wireless charging. You're going to want to do this in a cafe or restaurant as they start to support wireless charging. You want to do it in an airport so you can top up your charge before you get on the next flight. As we're building into iPhone 8 and 8 Plus wireless charging with Qi. Now, Qi is the leading openness wireless charging standard. Going to start with twice the capacity at 64 gigabytes and have a second one at 256 gigabytes. And the price will be $699. iPhone 8 Plus will have the same 2 configurations starting at $799. We'll be able to pre-order them starting this Friday on September 15th, and they'll be available a week later on September 22nd.
We do have one more thing.
The display fits edge to edge, top to bottom. It goes into each corner where it follows the tight curve of the design. And look how the glass and the stainless steel fit. It's engineered to be water and dust resistant at a microscopic level. Comes in space gray and silver. iPhone X has an all-new display. The Super Retina display is 5.8 inches on the diagonal, 2436 by 1125 resolution. That's over 2.7 million pixels. The Super Retina display uses OLED technology, but the Super Retina display overcomes all of these deficiencies and lives up to all that we expect from an iPhone display. Supports HDR in both the Dolby Vision and HDR10 formats. How do you wake up your iPhone X? Well, certainly you can raise to wake just like before, but now you can also just tap on the screen. When you want to go to the home screen, swipe up from the bottom and you go home. So if you're in an app and you want to multitask, you just swipe up from the bottom, you pause for a split second, and you're in multitasking. You can now press the side button in, which has been made larger. Once you press it in, you can just talk to Siri. With iPhone X, your iPhone is locked until you look at it and it recognizes you. We call this Face ID. To make Face ID possible, it took some of the most advanced technology we have ever created. We call this the True Depth Camera System. There's an infrared camera, a flood illuminator, the front side camera, and a dot projector. There's also the proximity sensor, the ambient light sensor, the speaker and microphone, all packed into this True Depth Camera System area. Every time you glance at your iPhone X, it detects your face, even in the dark. The IR camera takes an IR image. The dot projector projects out over 30,000 invisible IR dots. We use the IR image and the dot pattern, and we push them through neural networks. And then we check that mathematical model against the one that we've stored that you set up earlier to see if it's a match. And this all happens in real time. It all happens invisibly. You don't see these things going off. When you set up Face ID, you just follow the on-screen instructions, and it tells you how to move your head around in the camera, and Face ID learns your face. Even if you change your hairstyle, you decide to put on glasses, and the data for Touch ID has been 1 in 50,000. For Face ID, 1 in a million. Face ID also works with Apple Pay. Look at iPhone X to authenticate and hold it near the payment terminal to pay. So our team created something called Animoji. Animojis track more than 50 facial muscle movements. You can pick from a dozen different animated emojis.
It's available as an app right inside of Messages. I can just go right in here, and it immediately starts tracking me. So I can make whatever expression I want, like, hey, Tim, I'm not sure what the protocol is here, but I'd like to call dibs on the fox for my favorite emoji. Which one do you like?
Take me to your leader. Wait a minute, Craig. I am your leader. Let's wrap this thing up.
iPhone 10 has dual 12-megapixel sensors, faster sensors, wider sensors, just like in iPhone 8. There's an f1.8 aperture on the wide-angle camera and a faster f2.4 aperture on the telephoto. But the big news on the camera on the iPhone 10 is that it has dual optical image stabilization. That means there's OIS on both the wide-angle and the telephoto lens. There's also a better quad LED two-tone flash that has twice the uniformity of light on our subjects. And now with iPhone 10, it really delivers a breakthrough in the photos you can take for selfies. Because now with selfies, you can take portrait mode photos as well. Of course, everything we've seen is powered in iPhone 10 by the amazing new A11 Bionic chip. Just like iPhone 8, iPhone 10 is also built for a wireless world. It has Qi charging through the glass back, and it will work with the Qi charging devices. We think we have an idea of how to make this a better experience. It's a mat that you place your iPhone 8 or iPhone 10 down. It doesn't stop there. You can place your Series 3 Apple Watch down on it. And you can place your AirPods with the optional new wireless charging case on it, and it starts to charge as well. We call it AirPower. So look for the AirPower charger next year. iPhone 10 also comes in two configurations, 64 gigs and 256 gigabytes. It'll be priced from $999. You can order it starting on October 27th, and it'll begin to ship on November 3rd.
Thank you so much for spending the morning with us. Thank you.